10 Premier League clubs to have made most from transfer sales. Liverpool are pretty good at this selling lark. Though they are still just over £200 million behind Chelsea, with Liverpool pulling in £10.5 million for a player who managed 8 appearances for them. We've taken a look at which clubs have made most money from selling off talent and how much they raked in for fringe players since the 2015-16 season. All figures taken from the wonderful Transfermarkt. 10. West Ham. £222.34 million transfer expenditure, £423.63 million balance, minus £201.29 meters biggest sales. Dimitri Payet, £26.37 million to Marseille, Marco Arnautovic, £22.5 million to Shanghai SIPG, Andre Ayew, £20.52 million to Swansea, biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. Albion Ajeti, £4.95 million to Celtic Jordan Hugill, £2.97 million to Norwich, Reece Oxford, £1.8 million to Augsburg. 9. Arsenal, £226.40 million transfer expenditure, £579.10 million balance, minus £352.70 meters. Biggest sales, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, £34.2 million to Liverpool, Alexis Sanchez, £30.6 million to Manchester United in exchange for Henrik Mkhitaryan, Alex Iwobi, £27.36 million to Everton, biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. Christian Bielik, £7.38 million to Derby, Serge Gnabry, £4.5 million to Werder Bremen, John Torrell, £2.97 to Hull. 8. Everton, £280.58 million transfer expenditure, £570.39 million balance, minus £289.81 meters biggest sales. Romelu Lukaku, £76.2 million to Manchester United, John Stones, £50.4 million to Manchester City, Idrissa Gueye, £27 million to PSG, biggest sales. With fewer than 10 PL appearances, Henry Onyekuru, £12.15 million to Monaco, Tias Browning, £4.14 million to Guangzhou Evergrande, Kieran Dowell, £1.98 million to Norwich. 7. Southampton, £289.49 million transfer expenditure, £324.36 million balance, minus £34.87 meters biggest sales. Virgil van Dijk, £76.19 million to Liverpool, Sadio Mane, £37.8 million to Liverpool, Morgan Schneiderlin, £33.75 million to Manchester United, biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. 6. Manchester United, £293.00 million transfer expenditure, £846.61 million balance, minus £553.61 meters. Biggest sales, Romelu Lukaku, £66.6 million to Inter Milan, Angel Di Maria, £56.7 million to PSG, Henrik Mkhitaryan, £30.6 million to Arsenal in exchange for Alexis Sanchez, biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. Sam Johnstone, £6.2 million to West Brom, Angelo Henriquez, £1.5 million to Dinamo Zagreb, Reece James, £1.26 million to Wigan. 5. Tottenham, £307.65 million transfer expenditure, £483.30 million balance, minus £175.65 meters biggest sales. Kyle Walker, £47.43 million to Manchester City, Christian Eriksen, £24.3 million to Inter Milan, Kieran Trippier, £19.8 million to Atletico Madrid, biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. Alex Pritchard, £8.46 million to Norwich, Clinton G, £6.3 million to Marseille, DeAndre Yedlin, £5.3 million to Newcastle. 4. Leicester, £314.89 million transfer expenditure, £501.52 million balance, minus £186.63 meters biggest sales. Harry Maguire, £78.3 million to Manchester United, Riyad Mahrez, £61.2 million to Manchester City, Ben Chilwell, £45.18 million to Chelsea, biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. Tom Lawrence, £4.5 million to Derby, Ron Robert Zieler, £3.6 million to Stuttgart, Chris Wood, £3.24 million to Leeds. 3. Manchester City, £380.8 million. Transfer expenditure, £1.04 billion balance, minus £660.08 meters biggest sales. Leroy Sane, £40.5 million to Bayern Munich, Danilo, £33.3 million to Juventus. Shaun Wright-Phillips, £23.5 million to Chelsea. Biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. Angelino, £16.2 million to RB Leipzig. Brahim Diaz, £15.3 million to Real Madrid. Douglas Luiz, £15.12 million to Aston Villa. 2. Liverpool, £448.40 million transfer expenditure. £625.98 million balance. Minus £177.58 meters. Biggest sales. Felipe Coutinho, £121.50 million to Barcelona. Luis Suarez, £73.55 million. To Barcelona. Raheem Sterling, £57.33 million to Manchester City. Biggest sales with fewer than 10 PL appearances. Ryan Brewster, £23.4 million to Sheffield United. Danny Ward, £12.6 million to Leicester. Marco Grujic, £10.5 million to Porto. 1. Chelsea, £652.96 million transfer expenditure. £891.72 million balance. Minus £238.76 meters. Biggest sales. Eden Hazard, £103.